Okay, I think I've reached a new level of crazy and insane. I am in the car, about to go to an outdoor event in 99-degree weather. We're in the middle of a heat wave, like massive heat wave. Yesterday was like 102. Today reached 99. So it's not as hot as yesterday, at least. Will I dress as Pencil Man? I don't know. I brought Iago along just in case. So yeah, this is gonna be a new one. So follow along. Let's go. It's at Indian Echo Caverns, and it's to celebrate the 250th year of America. So I don't know. It was a free event. I'm excited to go. Let's check it out. Welcome back to Uncapped, the entrepreneurial journey. It is a series here on my channel where I talk about my small business adventures, going to different vending events and selling my stuff, my comics, my merch, everything like that. I know it's been a little while since my last video in this series, but I'm back with a good one. I've taken a little bit of a break with events this year as I've been trying to focus on other areas of my life. I am still putting out comic books and doing other things. It's just been a slower process than I'd like to admit sometimes. So here I am back again. It is July. This time I am at Indian Echo Caverns for their America 250 event, and it was an outdoor event in some of the hottest weather I've ever been in. Actually, probably the hottest weather I've ever been outside in for a prolonged period of time, except for when I used to be a delivery driver, but that's a story for another time. I know what you guys are thinking, and I know you saw it in the beginning of this video. It was 99 degrees. It definitely felt hotter than that. You guys are probably thinking,
are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
and you're absolutely right. I am crazy to go through with this. You're probably like, why did you even go through with this if it was that hot? Well, you see, when I make a commitment, I stick through with it if I can. And in my mind, I didn't see any reason that I could not endure this weather. And if you thought that was crazy enough, I was going to do Pencil Man. But you know what? I didn't put this guy on. As soon as I got out of my car that day, I was like already sweating, and I did not want to put that on. So I did not wear the costume. So I did not die. So I may be crazy, but I am not stupid. So let's get into this. Indian Echo Caverns is a really cool historic cavern here in Pennsylvania. It's here in central Pennsylvania. It's really nice. It's a constant 52 degrees all year round. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, it's always going to be 52 in that cavern. It is very nice, very beautiful. They've kept really good care of it over the years. They've done tours for so many years now, since before I was even born. So if you're local to this area, if you ever come through Pennsylvania, definitely come check out Indian Echo Caverns. There's also a really nice arcade in the beginning part of it. Not in the caves itself, but like right as you go into the parking lot, there's a nice arcade. I grew up in that arcade. Really awesome. Definitely check that out too. But you know, it's a nice historic landmark here in central Pennsylvania that a lot of locals love. And they have a lot more than just a cave. They have, like I said, the arcade. They have mini golf. They've got animals that you can go pet. They got like the gem panning things. And it's only 15 minutes away from where I live. It was a no-brainer when this event came up on my social media pages that I had to ask about being a vendor. And of course, you know, I kind of hit them up and I was like, hey, I see you guys are doing this event. Are you looking for more vendors? And they're like, yeah, man, we're definitely looking for more vendors. I'm like, what do you sell? And I'm like, I sell comics, I sell children's books, I sell merch. They're like, you're perfect. Here's the details. It was free. You guys don't understand the significance of free events here in the vending world. Nowadays, vending costs are going up. Whenever we book an event, we have to normally pay out of pocket for the event. I know I've talked about it in other videos. So the fact that this was a free video, it was a no-brainer. I was going to go through with it no matter what. So I did. And you know, when I got there, I found out that I was probably one of the only ones crazy enough to do it. It was myself, some face painters, a local brewery, a food truck that didn't really even have the food truck because it was going to be too hot for them in the food truck, so they just brought like their own catering type stuff. And that was pretty much it. Yes, I'm starting to think what I said earlier is true. I am absolutely crazy for doing this. I got here and apparently all the other vendors dropped out. So I'm the only vendor, which could be very good.
but we'll see. It is still 99 degrees. It feels it. I'm sweating, and yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, but I'm hopeful. You know, being one of the only vendors here means that, you know, I might be the best option for things, and there's gonna be a lot of kids, so definitely not doing Pencil Man. I would not survive as Pencil Man, but I did bring Iago, so we're gonna let Iago have his time to shine, and hopefully it'll go well.
They did also have like an animal shelter rescue come and do a show, but for the most part it was just me, the face painters, who also had like their own jewelry and stuff that they made, which they're super cool. Definitely, you know, loved being next to them. But they literally told me when I got there, like, all the other vendors dropped out, and probably rightfully so, but you know me, I'm gonna truck through it. So it was a 4-hour event, started at 5 and went to 9:30, and it was actually not too bad. There was a decent turnout even in the hot weather. They were offering special lantern tours of the cavern, something that they've never done before, where you could take the lanterns into the cavern and explore it like the early explorers came. So that was really cool. I didn't get to do it this time, but I will be doing it next time. So that's really cool. But there were a lot of people who showed up for that. And, you know, you would think that on a hot day you probably wouldn't make money in an event, but I did. It took a while. For the first like 2.5 hours I sat there with no sales, just kind of like trying to enjoy it. I didn't wear Pencil Man, but I did have Iago.
And here we are. Yes, it's me, Iago. We're having a great time, aren't we, Tanner?
That's right, Iago. Very hot, but we're making it work.
Yeah, very hot. But we're having fun. So, yeah. Ha!
So I was there with him, kind of using him to talk to the kids, and they loved it. You know, I had a lot of people interact with him. I even had adults call me over and heckle the puppet and want to have interactions with him. So that was a good experience. And so for the most part, I'm just like, you know what, even if I'm here, I'm just going to make the most of it. I always try. And that's something that I want to express to you guys out there. There's a lot of people in the vending world, and I know how frustrating it can be in a slow event, on normal circumstances, because we do pay to go into a lot of events. So if it's slow and you're not making money, I can understand how you're gonna feel like down in the dumps, dejected, like you wasted your time. But in a free event like this, I was just grateful to be there. I was looking forward to the connections I could make, in which I did make some. So there will be some really cool things that I'll be able to do at Indian Echo Caverns in the future. But it's just like, you gotta find ways to make the most of it. I was making kids laugh, making adults laugh, having meaningful conversations, even if it didn't lead quite to sales. At some point, I did sell my final little notepad holder that I had made with another small business. So that was like $13.50. I ran like a 10% off sale. So I made $13.50 off of that. And then there was one woman who came and talked to me before they went into the caverns to do the lantern tour, and was really interested in Alex and the Big Fish. And she said she'd come back afterwards, and she did. So she bought Alex and the Big Fish after she did the tours. So that was another $12. So I made $25.50, I believe, total for this event. And it was free.
So here we are. It's 9 o'clock. I didn't die of heat stroke. My son and wife are here. They're in the gift shop. They're browsing around. But I'm about to start packing up. I didn't do too bad. I mean, with the heat and everything considered, it turned out to be okay. So definitely will be doing this again, for sure. But now it's time to pack up and get on the road to go home.
Like I said, I spent 4 hours there. My wife and son did come to visit me towards the end, and then I spent a lot of time in the gift shop with my son as he ran amongst all the toys. He's only 2.5 now, so he ran amongst all the different toys and was like, "Oh, this," and you know how kids get with toys. And I was the same way when I was his age, and probably even a little bit older too. So, yeah, you know, it was a good family-friendly event. I made connections with the people at Indian Echo Caverns, so there'll be some really cool things in the future, and they definitely are going to try this again when it's not as hot, and they told me that I can come back, so I will definitely be back in the future. $0 down, 25 in profit. It's not too bad, especially given the circumstances. Not a lot of people are going to shop outdoor markets when it's hot. Understandable. If it would have been maybe 10 to 20 degrees lower than that, oh yeah, there would have been vendors galore there. There would have been more people coming through. But for the first time, and with the weather being what it was, it didn't turn out bad at all. So yeah, this was a good event. I'll definitely go back. Hopefully they'll do one in like the fall or so. I don't know how often they're going to plan to do it, but I will definitely be reaching out to do more there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And who knows, maybe I can do some other cool stuff there as well. But I'll keep you guys posted for sure. And yeah, Pennsylvania will be at the next event for sure. Hopefully it'll be an indoor event this summer. I don't have too many events lined up, but I will try to do better at vlogging these. So if you did like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel grow. If you want to know more about the entrepreneurial journey and you have questions about it, feel free to leave those in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a video series where I answer those questions and just talk about different things as a small business owner and things like that. So let me know what you guys want to hear, and yeah, thank you guys for your support.